We have all, perhaps quite recently, been sitting and feeling unwilling to do things we expect ourselves to be doing, and decided that the reason was simple: laziness. But the word is often a blanket that covers many different explanations, which are far more accurate and help us understand ourselves more honestly and with the gentleness that we most require. Before that, I would really like you to know that this is not an automation voice. It is me behind the screen, and I very much like to talk to you. If one of these five simple explanations apply to either of us, perhaps we can stop being so cruel to ourselves. 1. The plea bargain for rest. Sometimes we sit down and ask our mind to do something hard, but it keeps drifting to the easy thing. The small task, the phone, another episode, anything lighter. We must watch that pull carefully. More often than not, it's our mind asking quietly for a little more rest before it goes again. And instead of trusting it, we blatantly keep saying no like a very bad parent. 2. A poor fit. One thing that usually happens on a much deeper level or a long period of time is that we forget that what we have picked up, the goals that we have told other people, and tasks that are on our lists are not something we care about at all. In such cases, we to some extent avoid doing the task but rather do almost anything else. That is a good time to remind us that this is not the inability to work or choosing to be lazy, but instead a quiet part of a few deep down decisions of the unconscious that this isn't my thing. 3. We are scared. There's one thing we keep not getting to, and meanwhile, we do 10 small things very busily. Again, you're doing everything else except the task that needs to be done. But this time, it is something we really love and good at. At such times, laziness seems to be one of the plausible reasons. However, a much kinder explanation could be that we are simply scared to do the hard thing. 4. The task is genuinely boring. We always assume that the task is too hard, but sometimes we drag our feet because it asks almost nothing of us. The work is dull, repetitive, and simply not reaching the threshold of the stimulation that our brain needs. And a mind that wants more will go quiet, feel distracted, eventually going flat again. In such cases, laziness is far from the truth. The task is simply very, very boring. 5. You're carrying something else. Some weeks, everything feels more demanding than it should. A normal job, a normal morning, it all feels heavy. Reaching for the word laziness in such times is the harshest thing we can do to ourselves, because often we carry something that has nothing to do with the task, a web of unprocessed emotions, a worry, a loss, a sadness we haven't fully yet set down. And it's drawing the very energy we're trying to spend elsewhere. We are doing less because so much of us is already busy holding something we can barely see. So here's the thing worth keeping. Lazy is just the fastest, meanest name we reach for before we have actually looked. Every time we have used that word on ourselves, there was something real underneath. We were tired, or scared, or bored, or done pretending we wanted it, or quietly carrying more than anyone could see. None of these get better by trying harder. They get better by getting curious. Curious to understand which of these five, or apart from these, could be the reasons that lie underneath the thought of laziness, because it is the first step to be able to discern and help ourselves, or seek it to simply not be mean to ourselves any longer. If you found this video helpful and would like to navigate through life with gentleness, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video.